This is the January 5th Planning Commission meeting. First item on the agenda is consider approval of the December 1st meeting minutes. Has everyone had a chance to look at those? Is there a motion for approval?
Make a motion for approval of the minutes.
Second?
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the minutes of the December 1st Planning Commission meeting. All those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Yes. Opposed say no. Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is consider a preliminary plat for the Fairways Addition. I will recuse myself from that conversation, so Harlan will take that one on.
Yeah, I'll take that one over.
And the next one. Yeah,
You bet.
too. Thank you.
So the city, they want to go.
Sure, I'll
go
give you a
through
little bit
the
of background. This is
background,
the
yep.
second preliminary plat you've received for the Fairways Addition submitted by the applicant and owner, Ryan Mills. It's consistent with the first preliminary plat with minor adjustments to the property lines and easements. You might remember that the larger lot sizes had some required changes in the easements. As per the city's subdivision regulations, it was resubmitted, the appropriate city staff and the utility companies for review, along with the request that they forward any proposed changes and comments. The only change that was not within the addition itself. So then it comes back to you for consideration. If you're satisfied that the requirements have been met, then you may approve the preliminary plat, including any required or requested changes.
Okay. Is there anybody here on behalf of Ryan Mills? Step forward and state your name and address, I guess.
Good evening. Excuse me, Lance Onstop, Professional Engineering Consultants, 303 South Topeka, Wichita, agent on behalf of the applicant. So we agree with, I have worked with staff on the revised preliminary plat. I think the only thing of note, substantive change-wise, is a reduction in the amount of lots since we've increased the size of the lots. So the originally approved preliminary plat included 70 lots at 65-foot minimums. The revised has gone to 61 lots with a 75-foot minimum, just at the request of the owner and developer. The rest of it, cleanup of easements reflective of the new lot sizes. Everything else has stayed substantially the same. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Commissioners, any questions? Okay, thank you. So any comments from up here? Any questions for city staff?
I don't really see any notes. Sometimes there's notes where there's some stuff
Yeah,
still in the works or whatever. There's nothing.
On the preliminaries, usually
Yeah,
not. But
we're good. Okay.
okay, I'll call for a motion.
I'll move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the preliminary plat for the Fairways Addition. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to the final plat for the Fairways Addition.
Yes, so before you today is the final plat for the Fairways Addition, again submitted by the same applicant and owner team. The final plat was submitted to the appropriate city staff and the area utility companies for review, along with the request that they forward any proposed changes and comments. You'll see the noted changes and comments. The biggest one is the request to change Station Circle to Station Street, as it's shown on the final plat. This is to do with addressing. So basically, the straight line on the map would remain street, and then the piece that kind of curves like a backwards D would become the circle. That's just for ease of navigation. And then we're still looking for the signed drainage report before the city commission meeting, and then the signed and approved petition package documents before the commission meeting. So staff would recommend approval with those changes noted.
Very good. I'm not sure, is there anything that you need to add to the final plat for us at all?
No, I think the applicant will change the street names as requested. That checklist, so the drainage report, the sealed drainage report has been submitted and reviewed by the city engineer. There's an additional checklist that we're just waiting for the owner's signature on, so we'll submit that. And then obviously before it goes to city commission, we'll have the infrastructure funding package put together, whichever route that takes.
Very good. Commissioners, any questions? Any questions for staff? In this particular motion, do we need to say anything about the 3 items that need to be corrected or not?
You could just mention that you're going to recommend approving the final plat with the remaining items to be completed.
There you go. I'll ask for that motion.
Mr. Chairman, I'd move that we accept the final plat, including the requested items from staff pending.
Very good. I have a motion.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the final plat for the Fairways Addition. All those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Opposed? Motion carries. I will turn it back over.
You can keep going if you want. Okay, thanks, Lance. Next item on the agenda is consider a final plat for Newton Prestress Second Edition. Rebecca, you want to go through that one?
Sure. So attached, you have the final plat for Newton Prestress Second, submitted by the owner and applicant, Dean Sage. This is a project that's been in the works for quite some time, so some of you may remember it, may not. As per the city's subdivision regulations, it was submitted for the staff and utility companies for review, along with the request that they forward any of those proposed changes and comments. So you'll notice that those remaining items, including the utility concept plan, we would need the extend the easement for the water line as shown on the plan. Water service to the site should be financed with petition and connected to the existing City of Newton water main at the intersection of 24th and Anderson. We need to see a plan for turn radius with the largest fire truck. We need to evaluate the hydrant placement, and the building layout needs to match the preliminary plat. And then those remaining items from the drainage plan was the building layout needs to match the preliminary plat, and the water line easement needs to match the utility concept comments. So if you wish to approve tonight with those items still pending, that is recommendation.
Any questions, comments? Yeah, I think we considered this last time, the preliminary plat last time, so most of my questions were answered then.
Is there nobody here?
We have an alarm going off.
I guess we pause,
No, we can continue on.
or we
It's
can
just-
take notes for it.
No, yeah, we're fine.
So I'll make a motion to approve the final plat pending those changes with city staff.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the final plat for Newton Prestress Second Edition. All those in favor say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, say no. Motion carries. Number 5, comp plan update.
All right, so this was seems like a big item on your piece, but it was time for a good update. So we've been working with the consultant Olson on their new comprehensive plan. Items that we've completed thus far include a community-wide survey, a visioneering workshop, and a public open house that we held here in Newton in October. The report from the community-wide survey is attached. That's why your packets are so large. This report is really, really important from the survey. It is available on the Newton Next website as well. This will help guide the next steps and provide the final recommendations in the plan. So this is a good time to go through it. The next steps for you all and the community as a large is going to be the planning and design charrette, which will be at the Meridian Event Center. The planning and design charrette itself will be on February 3rd from 9 a.m. to noon. And that's going to be an invite to the planning commissioners, the city commissioners, the technical team, and other people to continue to work in that long-term setting to visualize certain concepts, go over certain results, kind of like a long work day. And then the public open house to take all those concepts together and utilize the architects and planners that they have will be the next day, February 4th, from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. So we encourage participation at both of these events. Love to have it from you all and the general public as well. And again, further updates continue to be on the Newton Next plan and through our own city. But I'd be happy to answer any other questions. But please mark down the February 3rd from 9 a.m. to noon, or as much of the day as you can make, because we'd love to have your input and guidance as we move forward on this plan.
What's the schedule for completion of all this? Is it a six-month process or?
It was a
4 months?
year from initiation, so I believe the final recommendation should be to us by the end of May.
End of May, okay.
Who has seen the results at this point? I mean, is
Well, they're
it-
public.
Is it, it is public, okay.
They're public. They're especially public when we've done it. I will take them to the next city commission and do the same thing in a more formal way, but they're already on the website.
Okay.
What is the time? 9 to?
It's 9 a.m. to noon.
At Meridian Center. Cool. Any other questions? Cool. Thank you. Let's see, next item, Safe Streets for All
Yes.
update.
So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of an update. Our Public Works Director is overseeing this process along with our city engineer and our consultant. So in September of '24, the city signed a grant agreement with KDOT for the planning of the road safety audits, intersection analysis, and corridor analysis at various locations throughout the city based on the Kansas Drive to Zero crash summary. The grant was really important in that it'll help us with a plan moving forward to make all the safes and roads safer. Again, with the primary goal of not having any fatality accidents. Having a completed plan will also help us when applying for more grants that would help us actually do the building construction, which is always a necessary thing. We're looking for anything from intersection design to traffic signals, lighting, signage, all of those things that would help make our streets safer. PEC was selected as the consultant for the project. We had a kickoff meeting in November and then started the data collection that'll be more forthcoming. We will have that data collection through a traffic safety analysis and also through community engagement. So mark your calendars once again. We've got more community engagement that's going to be accomplished through stakeholder sessions, open houses, website, and a survey. So I know it seems like a lot, but we're trying to get a lot of great projects going. So we're all working hard on this. PEC is going to be hosting a lot of come and go events throughout the town and the county. One thing I forgot to mention is that we did apply with this with the county that helped our chances and also increased our award. So you'll notice some dates and times that we have. February 19th from 5:30 to 7 p.m. at Norms. The 24th from 5 to 6:30 at Camp Hawk. The 25th from 5:30 to 7 at the Public Library. And then they're going to do a virtual one at noon on March 5th. So this is just an open forum, drop in, so you can share your experiences, concerns, ideas about transportation safety. Again, that we'd ask that you'd attend one of these sessions to give your perspective as planning commissioners. The goal of the events is to provide, I mentioned that, but the key pieces is that increased awareness, getting the participation, building transparency and trust, and then highlighting specific safety challenges. That's very important for us because while we might know what comes in through maybe a complaint system to the city or what we see driving around, we don't always see maybe those pain points throughout the day of traffic or, maybe this curb is a little not working or maybe this intersection because one business lets out and school lets out at the same time. We're not at all places at all times. So this being able to gather community input and feedback is really key. So for you all, but also for the public to know.
Yeah, I would add in that, a lot of the accident history is taken into account that's a primary thing that's looked at. Input from the community is really important on this because there are unsafe situations out there that the accident history doesn't back up. Mm-hmm. So input on one of these would be great if everyone could do at least one of those sessions. Any other questions for Rebecca? Nope. Cool. Thank you, Rebecca.
Thank you.
That is it. Any old business? Any new business? Okay, this meeting's adjourned.
All right, here we go.
Just make sure I had the correct understanding. Is this the same one that got approved at a prior Newton meeting, or is this a different plat? Not a plat, but this
The
development.
pre-stress.
No. The Fairways Addition.
Oh, we considered it.
Because there was something
3
that
or
pushed
4
up the last Newton City Commission meeting. I was just double checking this isn't the same.
No, it's a different.
Perfect. That's what I thought. I just want to double check.
Nope.
So I didn't look stupid. Thank you.
I can show you where on a map if you need. Okay.
Well, let's begin the meeting of the Newton Historic Preservation Commission for January 5th. First item, consider the approval of the September 8th, 2025 meeting minutes. Everybody reviewed those?
Make a motion to approve.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. All in favor say yes.
Yes.
Motion carries. Everyone is unanimous. Consider 417 North Main.
All right, thank you, guys. This will be a quick one for you. What you're considering today is a replacement of 3 upper story windows at 417 North Main, commonly referred to as the Clayworks building. They are putting in a composite 1/1 single sash. They'll be keeping the same stone frames and keystones and not disturbing anything. Currently, what's in there is kind of a hodgepodge of windows and window-like components. So it's a fairly simplistic process, keeping with the same size and scope. So staff recommends approval.
And there's no one from the party here?
No.
Any questions amongst us?
Is there a contractor?
Any questions with Rebecca? All right, do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the windows at 417 North Main, that they approve it as it meets state law requirements, improve as it meets the downtown guidelines.
Second?
First, second, all in favor say yes.
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 Unanimous, motion carries. Do we have any old business?
Just a little piece that may not have come to this body, but I wanted to make you all aware. There was a small modification to our building code that now allows windows to swing out into the sidewalk. It went to the city commission a couple months ago.
Doors, you mean?
Doors, yes.
Oh, doors.
Windows don't swing out. Doors do. Thank you for the correction. So that we've had some come to us where in their current facade shape, they've had to create an alcove to not swing onto the concrete. Just so you know, as we get future cases, you might look at ones where
That's
a year ago we had to have the new facade have an alcove, and we wouldn't for building code. Maybe for another reason, but
And
building
that's
code.
with enough sidewalk space to do so, right? That's part of that caveat. I think they have so much sidewalk space to the street before they could do that.
Yeah, but right now it was just a clean mark off. So
That's a good
just wanted to
improvement.
get you guys all up to speed on that.
And that's just the downtown district, or is that?
It's a code for everything. We just don't usually have it in other places.
Okay, yep.
Any other old business? Any new business? We're adjourned?